Hello, it's Carissa for CCC Solutions in X2 CRM. I'm going to show you how to edit a drop-down list for a given field. Now, one of the things that you need to have access to is you need to make sure that you have an admin role in your login. Otherwise, you need to request access from your administrator for said permission. So you want to go to admin and navigate down to X2 Studio Customization Tools. Go down to the drop-down editor here on the right side. And let me just explain a little bit about what a drop-down is. So if you go to any given form here, you'll see that some of these fields have drop-downs in them, like this, or this, or this. So a drop-down can be edited. You can add a custom drop-down list as well, and this is how you do it. So to add a drop-down, you would hit create drop-down. If you're not sure if it already exists, you can actually just go ahead and scroll through the different pages here to find out if you have drop-down that is what you need, because it does show you the options listed for the drop-down name. So we're just going to go ahead and create a drop-down as an example here, and we're going to show you how it behaves. So you can name your drop-down whatever you need it to be. So in this case, maybe we wanted to do a contact type, right? And I wanted to, in this case, maybe have a contact type here. See, there's already one here. So if we wanted to create a drop-down called contact type with these lists, I may want maybe a different contact type for a different module. Maybe this contact type is for the contact module. So maybe we'll have a contact type for the account module. So maybe we'll have account type instead of contact type. So we'll do that under here. So let's go ahead and list down company, maybe, or business, or a different type, because an account may just be an account and may not be actually the individual, may be a collection of individuals under one account. We could have one for individual, right? Or we can have one for nonprofit, maybe, let's just say, right? And maybe say company doesn't seem right. I'm just going to delete that. So you can go ahead and just click on that, and it actually goes ahead and deletes it. If you need to reorder this list, because it does actually drop down in a certain order, you can go ahead and click up and down to move these. So let's say I wanted to put nonprofit above individual, and hit up, and that just goes straight up there, and it's same thing with down. Now, allow multiple values literally is for drop downs where you want multiple criteria to be allowed. Maybe, it's an individual and a nonprofit. Who knows, right? Or maybe it is both maybe they have two different types of prospective opportunities, and you want to select them a different way. That is how you would allow multiple values. I'll go ahead and click that right now, but let me explain a little bit about behavior. So multiple values, and I'm just going to show it to you here. If you see a drop down here, and we're in the edit view while we're editing a form, if you have to click on this, these are single select. You cannot have multiple values. But we're going to go ahead and create one with multiple values where you can select multiple values so that you can see how it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and just create that really quick. Oops, and I forgot to allow multiple values. So we're going to go ahead and edit the drop down really quick. And it will be listed in the order of its creation. Actually, excuse me, it will be listed alphabetically. So we set account type right here, and boom, it's right there. I'm going to hit allow multiple, hit save. So now this has been done, and again, delete's pretty self-explanatory. You would just hit delete drop down, and you would look for the drop down that suits what you're trying to do here, but we're not going to go ahead and do that right now. I just want to show you something more interesting. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and program a field with that drop down. And we may not have a field with that, and so you would want to actually go ahead and watch the video on how to edit a field but we're not going to go through that right now. So I'm just going to really quickly go ahead and make sure that we customize a field in the account. So let's go ahead and have a look at one of these. We're going to go to the field management here, edit fields menu. We're going to just find one that may make sense here just as an example. So we don't have one. Let's go ahead and create a field. And again, I'm going to go through this really quickly so you can see how it works. Go ahead and I'm not going to explain this. You can see this in a video. Okay, so here you go. When you're trying to incorporate a drop down, this is where you do it. You would it would show up here. You would hit drop down, and you can do this for add or customize a field. Again, this is where we were. Remember, account types at the bottom is listed in order of creation on this particular custom field menu here. Again, see how it lists it here. And the reason why it looks like this is because you can select multiple values, but we don't want any default values. I just want to show you how that behaves. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's displayed in the form editor here so you can see how that looks. And we're going to go ahead and create that really quick. Right here, again, if you want to see how, for more in-depth look at the form editor and its functions, check out the video that we have separately from this. I'm going to go ahead and just drag this here so we have account time and hit save. Now I'm going to show you how that's going to look in the actual account form. So we're going to go to accounts, and we're going to go ahead and create a new account, and you're going to see that it's really, really cool. So create account, and notice how this is different from, like, these two are actually different from this, right? This is, you can only select one, right? Whereas this one is in a list format. If you're on a Mac, you would hit Command, hold that button, and then you would select multiple formats. If you're on a PC, you would hit the Control key, and you would hit that, and you continue to click until you have all selected. Same token, if you want to deselect, hit the key again and deselect it. Okay, so in this case, I want these two. We're going to go ahead and hit anyone here and just put tester. And we're going to go ahead and go down to create, and then you're going to see how that behaves in the view page. And that's really how the dropdown will look. So boom, there you go. Now, ooh, you know what? Let's go ahead and make sure that the form is both the default view and the default form here so you can see that really quick. Pardon me. Okay, and then I'm going to go to view. Okay, great. Yeah, view is no longer default. So now let's go here and reload that so you'll see that new field that we just added right here. See that? So when you have multiple values selected for a certain drop down, they'll be listed in succession separated by a comma in the view form on the view page. So that's how it works, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and let us know. In the meantime, we're hoping you have a great day. Until the next video.